Up until now, all the jar source code has been in one directory, all the servlets have been in one directory, and so on. Ants work just as well with groups of directories as it does with groups of files. This means that you can organize your Java source code files into Java packages, and Ant will take care of organizing things for you. Here's what we've got. I've taken the Java code of the previous lessons and organized them into packages. This means that the source code now lives in subdirectories with the names that match the package names. For example, the nowString class that goes into the jar file is in the util.tempo package. The source code is in a directory named to match the package, and the package name is specified at the top of the file. It's the same class as before, it's just been put into a package. The servlet also has been put into a package. And the servlet also has a package statement that specifies the package name. And the nowString class is also in a package, so the compiler will need to be told where to look for it. Here is the import statement that tells the compiler where to find it. That is, whenever the class path tells the compiler where to look, it will look in that directory for a directory named util, and in that one for a directory named tempo, and it will look there for the class file. So now we've got the servlet and the jar file code both in packages. The next thing to do is to bring the web.xml file up to date. This is the name of the servlet class. Notice that this is the full path name, including the package name. And this is the name that will be used in the URL to address the servlet. Now this could have been left as it was, or it could have been set to any series of names separated by slashes. This is sort of like an alias for the servlet, so the path name can be used here, as in this example, or it can be almost anything else. If you want, you can have a series of names with slashes. This is just here to translate the URL into the actual servlet class name. And here's another instance of Ant helping you out. You don't have to put the package names in the build file. Every place you name a directory that holds a collection of files, those files can be directories and subdirectories. Here are the properties that define the directory names. Only the parent directories are specified, and only the parent directories are created for the work directories. Notice here that the parent directories are the only ones listed as going into the war file. The javac command that compiles the servlets is supplied only with the parent directories of the source code and the directories that hold the class files. The same thing is done with the compiler command for the jar file. So, let's build it. Now let's look at the work directories that were constructed to hold the class files. You can see that the work directories, jar work and servlet work, both have subdirectories added to them to hold the classes of the packages. This causes the package directories to be added to the jar file and to the war file. The servlet can now be addressed by the name it was assigned on the URL. The HTML and JSP files can be stored in subdirectories as well, and I'll be showing you that in some of the upcoming lessons. The sequence of targets I used for Ant is by no means the only way to do this. I tried to put it together in a way so it could be expanded as the project expands, but everybody does that in a different way. Ant is very flexible and can be used in lots of different ways. It takes a bit of time to get it organized in the beginning, but that setup only happens once at the beginning of the project, and it will pay you back in time savings for the length of the project. And remember, Ant is designed specifically for Java, so it will work well for any Java project, not just JSPs and servlets.